Today on the Savage Board Gaming channel, my first two games of the Guild of Merchant Explorers. So I just wanted to go over a new game I haven't played before. It's been out for a little bit, so it's not like a new on the market, but is new to me. It's the Guild of Merchant Explorers. They just released the alpha version on Board Game Arena, so I jumped in and started learning how to play. I watched a video and gameplay. So how this game works is you're going to be placing these cubes, which are called explorers, on the board. You're trying to reach different areas like cities, ruins. I think these are called discovery towers or something like that. And you do that by, there's cards that are flipped every turn. So this one says I can place two explorers one at a time on two adjacent spaces. So I could put one here, one here, one here, so on and so forth. Now all explorers have to be placed either next to my capital, next to another explorer, or next to a village, which I'll explain once I build a village how those work. Okay. So these are the cards that are going to be in the first round here. So one mountain, two deserts, two grasslands, two adjacent, and three sea spaces in a straight line. There'll also be a error card that comes out. When that comes out, I'll be dealt two cards, and I choose one of them, and that'll be specific to me that I can build in that particular way. So let's get going here. Turns are simultaneous, so there's not really much of. So I put my two here on these mountains. So every time you fill an entire terrain, like these two mountains are by themselves, you then get to put out a village. I don't leave it like this. I think I moved this one because I messed it up. Yep. So you can put a village on either of the two spaces here. Now the rules of placing these villages are they can't be on a space that has something printed on it already. So now I could build off of this, which will be important in the next round. Okay. So we're going to look to see what my opponent does here, since I can just switch over to his map. He just builds down to this city. Once again, I'll explain cities once they become important here. Okay, next turn. We drew 3 water. I guess I could just do this and see how this works here. So I put my 3 this way because I'm trying to reach out to here. Oh, this is just going to keep going. Stop, stop, stop. Let's go back. Oops. Okay, I can't use next player on this one, so I'm going to just have to keep clicking here. Okay. So I'm going to place my 3 right here, because I want to get over to these different land masses and start building this way. So that's was my plan. Also, there are some goals we're aiming for. Place 2 discovery towers, which are these here. So once I cover 2 of these up, you can score. Discover 5 villages. I already have 1. Explore 3 ruined spaces along the border of the map. So these spaces here with this like little bit of a back or a little bit of an outline around them are called ruined spaces. So once 3 along the edge of the board covered. So, and it's whoever comes here first gets 10. Everybody else would get 5. I've only played in 2-player games so far, so I got a mountain card. There wasn't much I really could do with it. I put it here. Where did I put that? here on the city? No, I put it here. Sorry. It skipped a few turns here. Like, let's go back here. Wish I could just go back. What turn are we on here? So the grassland came out. I placed it here to cover this city. Then the mountain came out. I put it here. I covered up a coin, so I get a coin. The coins are basically victory points. So you'll see here I have 2 victory points right now. Okay. So now we get 2 desert. I'm going to build it right here. Okay, so the era card came out. Now this is random. This could have came out first, but you know, unfortunately it came out last. So I have to look to see what can I do with what I'm given here, right? So I have either I can place 2 mountains anywhere where I can normally place them, like I can place one here, you know, and 3 deserts anywhere where I can place them, where I'm touching. So I think I go over this way, cover this up to put a village over here. Now I don't do a trade route, which is connecting 2 cities this turn, but it is what it is. So I take this one. So I get to place 2 villages. So I covered up these 2 mountains, these 3 deserts, which filled all this in. I placed my village here so I could be closer to this city. Now this is my first game. I think I made a little bit of a mistake, even though I was able to recover from it. I forgot that, you know, I don't just start, these cubes go away each turn. I forgot about that, right? So I was like, oh, I can just build to this next turn. I'm already connected to here, right? And that'll be a trade route. But no, it clears everything off, right? Okay, second round. So now there's another card in the deck, an Era 2 card, which will do the same thing. We'll get to draw 2 and keep 1. So I get a mountain right off the bat. It's not very good because I can only build either here or here. So I build here where the coin is for a victory point. Okay, 2 grasslands. I think I just build upwards. Correct. Yeah, I just built up to try to touch this one here. Okay, 2 adjacent. I think I build straight up here. No, I do cover the city. Okay, that's why, because I knew I could just build use my water, right? So when you cover these ruins, you get a treasure card, right? So did it say what treasure card I got? Oh, it gave me 2 coins, so 2 victory points. So the Era 2 card comes out. These are my options here. I really like this one because I can then claim my first discovery tower and then just build it 1, 2, 3, and then I'll have my first trade route. So how trade route works Jesus, Brian. How the trade route works is you add up the points for each one. So this is a 3 and this is a 3, so I'll gain 6. And then I have to flip one over because it cannot be used again. I also got to place a free cube because of this treasure. So, yeah, that was a pretty good turn for me because then I can just, I think it skipped something here. What's it doing? Oh, my Era 1 came out. That's why. So right now I have 5 villages, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm very close to this one. I'm also like really close to these two to do this one. So with this Era 1 card, I think I place them here. And then I fill in this here to get another village here. So there's my 5 villages. You'll see I scored that. Like I said, I was really learning this. You know, so like a lot of the things I was doing maybe were not optimal. I think the next game is a little bit better for what I did. So, alright. So then I got the last one was the 2 desert, which I just placed here to get a coin, basically. Alright, so first thing is 2 deserts. Probably this was where I went. Yep. So now I'm connected to the city. Now I can start working towards other things here. So the next one was 1 mountain. I really only have a few places I can put it, so I put it here on this coin. Okay, I get my level 1. So what I'm trying to do here is fill these up so I can like stretch out down here. To maybe touch this city. Okay, now I get my water. It's built straight down to this ruin, even though it's not on the border here. I felt like I was worried about wasting cubes, which now I understand might not be as bad as I thought it was, right? So I just went down here, got another treasure card. Lets me place an explorer, so I can place it anywhere. I place it here so I can build a village. Now once you go to a ruin, you can't go to the same one again. So you see there's treasure chest symbols over them. So you can't like double up on them. Okay, so we got the grasslands here. I think I built this way. Down towards this 3. No, I built straight down to get that discovery tower so I could score this 5 here. Now, one thing I don't like is you have to like switch back and forth to see your opponent's board. So like, I know we have this over here, but it's not the easiest to read for me when it's this small. So like, I see my opponent's only got 1 border one. This one's they're close to, but they're not really close to any other ones. So I really am pretty sure I'm going to get this one here. So I'll try to switch back and forth between the boards each turn. I've been like burning through this. But I'll try to switch back and forth so you can see everything that's going on. Okay, so I must choose to investigate one of these because I got my level 3 now. I think I get this one, which I thought was pretty good. Mainly because I can then like cross water and then do things. But where did I use it at? Oh, I did this to fill this in. That way I have another trade route right here, so it's worth 5. I put this here because I know next turn I'll be able to use these again. And 1 water space and I can fill this in, right? So I thought that was a pretty good thing to do. Let's look at my opponent's board. So they took this one, which is explore up to 4 desert spaces, triple the value of any coin you earn from those 3 spaces. from these spaces. So he can like hit this one and get 4 coins for it. So it's like 4 victory. So that's what he did there. So I think he did his up here. Got 4. Okay, so 2 adjacent. I go up here and hit this ruin here. What did it give me here? Reveal treasure card. Oh, I got an endgame scoring. So these treasure cards can give you endgame scoring. So it's giving me 1 victory point for every village that I have. So right now it's 6 points. So my opponent discovered the 5 villages. So they scored 2nd place on that one. Get my level 3 here, so I fill this in, build another village, get 2 more coins here, which are victory points. Build 2 adjacent to each other. So I think I just build these 2 here, right? Let's see where my opponent's at right now. So my opponent did this here. These 4 to gain their coins. So I got 4 coins here. And we're able to build a village. Then round 2 they built 2 adjacent. So they built these 2 to get another border ruin. To me they're still kind of like stuck with that though. Like it's hard for them to probably get to this one. They might be able to get to this one somehow. I don't know. But I just don't see how they're going to score this one, right? So this card came out. What this means is I can choose one of my 3 cards here. Either this one, or this one to actually do. So I choose this one here. I just go across here to get my last border ruin space. Get a treasure card, lets me place another explorer. I just place... Where did I place that one? Place it right here. So my level 2 goes off again. I can build straight up like this. I gain another trade route there. Okay, now I get 2 that have to be adjacent to each other. Oh, my level 1 came out. Never mind. So I do this 1, 2, and then I build up here. Because I want to like maybe try to hit this or fill in this to get another village, right? So I'm scoring for every village I get. Okay, 2 grassland came out, so I'm just going to fill in this grassland, or these 2 here to get a coin. Get 2 victory points, basically. And I reach down here. to get another treasure. That's what that was. So that's using the water card here. So I can do one mountain space. I just get a coin. That's another victory point. And all these coins matter because you'll see here, it's a very close, very close score here at the end for my first game. So I just gained 2 victory points there, right? So that basically won me the game. As you'll see here, I win by 2. So I collected 29 coins off the map, right? My round 1, I scored 3 points on my villages because this is the scoring. Every time you build a village in the first era, you get 1 coin. Second era, I got 4 because I built 2. Third era, I built 2 more, so I got 6. And then the fourth era, I built 2 more, so I got 8. Towers, we both did 2 of them. We got 24 points. I think that's because it's 6 and 8 is 14. Oh, 14 and 10. So I got 3. We each got 3. So 8 plus 6 plus 10. That's how we scored the towers. By trade routes, I scored a lot, 36 points. So you'll see I connected a lot of these towns together, right? No crystals, because I think that's for a different map. And I scored more in objectives. So I scored all 25, right? So that was my first game. Like I said, I was a little bit unsure of what I was doing that first one, so I didn't do too well. I mean, I could have probably did better, I think. So I decided to play again. So let me show you that game. So we're still on this Avenia map. There's 4 different maps in the game. This is the only one I've seen so far. So the game starts off with 2 grasslands. So I can only place them. I have to place one here, and either here or here's the other one, right? So do that. And my opponent should be very similar to what I did. They did the exact same thing. So now we got 2 desert. So I decided to split these up because I figured I could go here to connect this city here, and then if I get the 2 adjacent ones, I can just build up to this and get a trade route right off the bat. My opponent did the 2 desert here, so they didn't connect to this. So I did get the 2 adjacent. Now I can build this and get my first trade route. I flipped this one over because I feel like I'm building up in this direction, right? The next one was 3 water, so I'm able to build up to this ruin. Now, I didn't go over the goals in this one because 2 of them are the same. The only one that's different is this one. Discover a village in a region of 5 spaces or larger. So I need a terrain area that has 5 spaces in it, like this one here, and put a village there. If I do that, then I score this one. So going up this way was pretty advantageous in the end for me. But I really was just trying to like stretch out in this direction this time, since I did this direction the first time, right? It's not really a good reason to do it, but it's why I did it. So my opponent did this. These 2 water spaces. Huh. That's weird. I'm not exactly sure what they did here. See, 2 grass, 2 desert. They did 2 of any attached, right? And then they did 1 water here. They should at least did this, right? Like, don't waste it. look at their thing again. No, they did this here. Sorry. They must have got a bonus cube from this here. That's what that was. So we're both doing similar things. Then you get to play a mountain. So I play a mountain here to get this coin because I'm not sure exactly what level 1 card I'm going to get here. So now, weirdly enough, the level 1 came out last again. So I have this wonderful card. Neither one of these I thought were really great. It's place a cube here, and then you place a cube around it in like this pattern. These 5 spaces around it. So I wanted to like do another trade route, so I just put it here and just fill in these 3 spaces. So now my opponent got the 2 mountain, 3 grassland. So they were able to do this here. Get a trade route. So the new turn here, I don't have much choice where to put these, so I just fill this in. Now the thing about a terrain is once you put a village there, you can't put another village, so I'm really not gaining anything other than a coin for that. Trying to figure out how best to place these 3 here. So I place them like this. It gives me access to this, and then I'm building towards this here. Okay, 2 of any type that are adjacent. So I build up here to the city. Now I second guess myself. I do it a couple times, I guess. There it goes. Okay, a mountain. Once again, I kind of like left myself in a bad position there with no mountain space. So I go here. Like I could have brought the water down this way maybe. And I would have had this, but it is what it is, right? Okay, Era 2 card come out. I was going to initially snap this one up, but then I seen this, which is explore up to 4 spaces within a single region, along with this, right? So I take this and I score this, because I just fill in this desert area here, which also gives me a village. So I'm up to 2 villages. Okay. So my level 1 came out, right? So I place my cube here and fill in these 5, which gives me a village here. So, and I get 2 grasslands. Build here to create another trade route. Flip this one over. So all these ones are dead now. So I'm kind of like building from inside out towards the edges kind of deal, right? So round 3, we start off, well, let's see where their board is, right? What they have going for them, right? They don't have anything really, I think, that helps them this so much. This one says explore a continuous path of up to 5 grasslands or sea spaces. This one could help them with maybe like filling in a 5 to get this goal here, but I don't think they do that. They only have 1 village so far. And they're not close to this one at all. They've only done 1 treasure chest, and they're not close to any of these ruins. Well, they did this one. Sorry, I missed that. But still, I don't think they're in a really good spot to get that one. So let's go back to my screen here. So we drew these two. I think I just span this here to get this here, or I do this. I can't remember. Oh yeah, I do stretch across there. Okay, to grassland. I go up this way towards this ruin here. So I need to do my level 1. There's not real great space for it, so I just do it down here to cover these mountain spaces and get another village. And up to 4 village. So I'm going to probably get this one by the end of this round here. So this comes out. It says explore up to 3 mountain spaces, double the value of any coin you earn there. I'm not really, like, I'm close here, but I think at the time I was thinking I wanted to use this up here, which I end up doing something completely different. Just be aware of that. So I didn't take this one. I take this one because I was like, okay, I could do this. 1, 2, get this, and maybe get this one if I have to, right? Then I scored 2 of these ones here already, right? What happens instead is I score all 3 of these ships right here. Because what happens is I take this, I build over to here, I get treasure, it lets me draw 2, because that's what this ability does. I get to draw 2 cards every time. So I place my free cube right here on this one, which gives me another treasure. Gives me another scoring for villages. This is if you gather these pots up. I guess there's a bunch of these pots in the deck, but I'm not really worried about that one so much. So I get to place a free cube, so I place it here, right? We will then stretch across here to get this one. So let's replace another free cube, right? Which I then place here. So I chained together a whole bunch of stuff in one turn. Now, instead of doing this up here, I'm going to fill this in right down here through this mountain range. Okay, we get 1 mountain again. I didn't want to waste it here, so I just did this. Get the 3 water. I build up here to get my first discovery tower. Okay, and then I do this, like I said, to fill straight down through here. Gives me 4 victory points. I don't think I was able to do a trade route on that one. I did make a trade route, yep. So I scored a trade route on this one, I guess, connected to this one here. So, yeah, that was a pretty big move, because then I can place a village here, right? So now I've expanded out pretty far. So this was a pretty good turn for me. Okay, first thing we get is water. It's not all that great. So I just build over to here again. Like, I really didn't have anywhere else really I thought was a great spot to build, because like most of this stuff is done over here. Like I've pretty much exhausted most of this stuff. I need to exhaust stuff over here. Or over here in this top corner, so... So we get to choose here which one we want to do. I choose this one again. This has been a very good card. I fill in like these ones here. So I'm now connected to this city here. And what I was thinking was I can now do this and this to build another village. So that was my thinking at the time. Fortunately, we got 2 desert spaces, so I'm thinking, okay, let's do desert here. I think I'm second guessing myself again. Okay, we get 2 grass, so I think I stretch it upwards. Try to get to that city again. Oh no, I did this and this. Okay, now I can place a free cube. I place it on this here to gain 2 more victory points. So I put the cube here, the free cube. And I did my 2 water, that's what it was. So 2 comes out again. Kind of like trapped over here for the most part. So I do this instead. I just fill this up, place another village, get 2 more victory points, right? Because each village is worth 2 points for me because I have 2 of these scoring. Plus every discovery tower is worth a coin. Some of these are really good. Like getting 2 treasure cards each time is like, I think it's a little bit overpowered to tell you the truth. Okay, so I get to place 1 mountain card. I'll place it right on there. So I'm right next to the city. And now I get to place 2 right there. And I have to place my 1, so I place it here to build another village. That's the end of the 4th era. I got 2 discovery towers. So I scored 8 off my treasures, 46 off my trade routes. 46, that's a lot. And my opponent did not score a single goal. So like they're new. But you really need to focus on getting at least 2 of these, right? To have any chance of winning, I think. These trade routes were huge. Like, 46 was more than I scored the first time. My villages were okay at most. Time towers, treasures, like I said, were pretty good, right? So I scored... How do they score this here? So I should have 1 for each of my villages, right? So that should have been... Can I see the final situation? Get rid of this, maybe? Will not let me get rid of this. Why? But I've obviously scored over 5, so I don't understand why it says I only scored 8 points here, right? I don't know. Oh, I see. I see. I messed these up. I thought these were for every village, but it's for villages on mountains. Okay. So that's why I didn't score as many as I thought I did. This is villages on grasslands. That's interesting. But yeah, that was another win for me. I've only played 2 games of this, so I might keep going at it. It seems very interesting. It's basically a roll and write, but you don't write on it. You use cubes instead. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting. I like to try the other maps, so I might go in and like block this map so I can play a different one to see what happens. I really need to figure out what these crystals do, because the playthrough I watched, like the Learn How to Play, didn't explain these crystals at all. So I need to figure out, like, if I get a map with those, what they do and how to use them, basically. So, but that's the Guild of Merchant Explorers. I think that the real strategies are like working with these cards, you know, making sure you get cards that you can use, right? I think these are your most important decisions, right, in the game. Making sure you go after these bonuses, right? Make sure you're expanding outwards, right? I burn my cities with the trade routes. I burn the ones that are in the middle. I say burn, but it's not burning down a city. It's making it so I can't use it as another trade route. But I used the ones in the middle of the map and was building outwards and then around. So these treasures are super strong. Make sure you get some of those. I don't know what else to say about this game, but so I'll go ahead and end the video there. So until next time, keep on gaming. So if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. You know, leave comments if you have any other suggestions on this game or other games you'd like to see on this channel. There's also a playlist on the left side of the screen that you can click to see other videos I have made. And until next time, keep on playing.